And live, finally, man. The
Boy,
Indian on the
look
Indian
at
on
him.
that thing. Boy.
Yo,
What's up, dude?
what's happening?
Mr. Dan in the house. Were
What's
you
up,
at
man?
work there, sir?
Yep, it worked.
And of
That
course,
looks like
if you
Drew
don't
Jones is
know,
at work too.
we got Mr. Drew Jones in the house. And we're supposed to be having Matthew Brown in here in just a little bit as well, if he'd ever look at his messages.
He might have electrocuted himself working on that truck. Done blew himself across the yard. Tiffany gonna find him in the morning. Like he gonna be like, "Help me!"
Right.
Now we're sitting here. I got Carrie Underwood on the other side of that wall over there. So
Yeah, that's fun. Not really, but
Oh shit!
I'm surprised you ain't out there geeking out on the music, dude. You know you like it.
not a big country fan there.
Yeah,
I'm all right on that one. I can't say I've ever demoed Carrie Underwood. So
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know if I have either. Truthfully,
didn't really come up on my playlist.
I mean, I'm sure if somebody's got it, I would.
Oh man!
What's up, Brett? Why are you not in here?
Walk outside. I'm surprised y'all can even see me. I got like one bar of service, and when the arena gets full, our service turns to crap. So
Right. Especially with all these screaming teenagers out there.
Sure.
Oh, dude, yeah. When you drop 50,000 people in here all trying to live stream their stuff.
Y'all need to upgrade, bro. SEMA had the ultra wide band, dude. I could have
Really?
streamed your stream from the StreamYard.
Wow, that's what's up.
That's the tour buses.
Hi, Brandy.
They said hi.
Hey guys.
And there's Max. Is that Max?
That's
We're Max.
Oh, it's Allie. All I can see is just the dot on the tail. So
I don't know where Max is.
So speaking of SEMA, how was SEMA, Drew?
I mean, I was only there Thursday. I didn't go Friday. I just went to go see the Bronco.
Oh, really? You didn't stay and go to the showdown?
I went Saturday.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It was good. There was a bunch of
More
people
tour
there.
buses.
Man, check that out. There was a bunch of people there, man. It seemed like a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of sad I didn't get to go this year. Things just didn't work out, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, same here. I was definitely kind of trying to stay off Facebook because every time I go on there, it was all Vegas posts. I'm like, you guys all suck.
Pretty much, yes, sir.
It was a good time, though. I was busier than I wanted to be, but I got to hang out with some people I haven't got to hang out with before, so that was cool.
Yeah, I bet. For sure.
Were you hanging out with Kip again? You've hung out with Kip.
Nope, no Kip. A couple other people, though.
When's it going to be your turn, Dan?
Hammy and Barbara get a hold of you.
No Hammy. No, sir.
Oh, shit.
So when you go put them damn cigarettes down, Dan, now it's your turn.
I'm good. Something got to kill me.
Yeah, your wife. Put them cigarettes down. It's your turn,
I
sir.
figured, cheesecake and steaks will be the death of me eventually, not these cigarettes.
Well, I tell you, I had some steak over the weekend.
Yeah,
you and me both.
Mm-hmm. It was the best kind. Free,
dry aged,
free.
Free's always the best kind. Let's say I know me and Jackie went out to Roost Chris the other night, and I just went for it. I got the tomahawk. I'm like, I got to try it. You only live once. Let me get that tomahawk.
You walked in and said, I know Stephen Duncan.
Yep, that's exactly what I reserved the table under Stephen Duncan's name. What are you talking about?
That's the best move.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're getting the good section. Like, you just call up and just put his name on the reservation.
Right.
You just walk up here and be like, I'm Stephen Duncan with Team Notorious. Excuse me.
Jackie looking at me funny. Why they keep calling you Mr. Duncan? Don't worry about that. Just know that it is. Just go with it.
Someone said they want to see them. They're on the website. I just haven't been promoting it.
It's kind of funny because I actually had a long conversation with the person that made them yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, yeah. We're going to hook up and start doing about 3 or 4 shows.
Well,
Where's our shiny-headed friend at this evening?
He is driving back from Vegas.
long drive?
Driving back from Vegas. Oof.
Yes, sir.
I've done that drive. I'm good.
No. Been there, done it too. No. Although I see you finally got your first dose of the city bus of the skies there, Drew. Welcome to the poor people land. I know that feeling.
I won't
Every
be
year.
fine.
I was gonna
spirit again.
I was gonna say I feel so bad for you. I did that one time, and I'll never, ever, 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 ever. And I'm a little guy, and I'll never do it again. Absolutely not.
Oh, dude, I always get the aisle seat. Give me the exit row seats.
Yeah,
You
bro,
get
I
the
paid,
missing
I
row.
paid for the front row.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
The best
That's why
one.
I'm here.
Tell them you want the exit row. If you get the emergency exit seats, you
No,
get
bro,
2 rows.
All the way at the front. I had like 19 feet of leg space on the way there. Like I could have laid down and took a nap. On the way back, bro, I was bowed up.
Yes. Hey, now hold up, Drew. Now picture this: the first time we went to what was CES, but you had me, Gary Killian, and Jackie all in one row, 3 seats across.
No,
Jackie
sir.
was stuck between me and Gary Killian on a Frontier plane.
Joey from Brutal Sounds was on the same flight. I was like, man, I just know for a fact it's gonna be me, Joey, and the guy. I was like, man, we're gonna be 3. Oh man, we're gonna be a stank ass row. No, but they must have seen my post because right before takeoff, they moved me to my own row by myself. It wasn't the front, but I was alone.
I
You
did
just
see
told
that.
me you knew Stephen Duncan. That's what it was. I know you
That's
told
what it
Duncan
was.
knew.
That's what it was. What it was they saw my post and then they saw mutual friend Stephen Duncan. They were like, "Oh shit,
we got to upgrade
VIP
him.
carpet came right out.
Yeah.
I mean, they damn near. They're like, hey, sir, do you want to fly? I mean, we have space up front.
Yeah. Would you rather sit up here? There's a lot more leg room up here.
I am surprised they didn't just put you up in the pilot seat at that point. Be like, here you go.
Yeah, our apologies.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was pretty cool to go to SEMA and see the Bronco on the showroom floor.
Well, I bet that was pretty badass. That's one
Your
thing I
green
have.
screen's killing it. There we go. All right.
Well, I ain't got my.
See that? It's a holic in the house.
Right. It was cool. And then there was another build I designed there, that DB Drive Gladiator. That was cool.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. I think I've seen pictures of it. I think they had that white interior or white inside or something.
It was white outside. I don't know what color the inside was.
Something like that. I think I remember seeing that. Pretty badass.
Well, guys, I hate to jump out real quick on you, but I got to go back and get to work. So,
yeah,
y'all. Miss y'all.
We'll see
Taylor
you soon.
Swift coming on,
Drew's
so
gonna
he's
hold
got.
it down with you, though. You got this.
All right.
Drew's gonna talk all kind of science and numbers and professional SQ type shit.
Nah, not tonight.
All right. Peace out, homie.
Later
Love
on,
you.
y'all.
Taylor Swift's getting ready to come on. He had to go.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. He just didn't want to say it out loud. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. The opening band was on at first, and then Taylor Swift. Oh, I got to run.
Yes, Super Dave. I designed the Bronco and consulted on a majority of what's in there, equipment wise and layout wise and construction wise. And I designed the enclosure in the DB Drive Gladiator. That was at SEMA too.
It's badass.
It is
badass.
The Bronco's awesome, man. It's I mean they basically just took whatever like the things I said to do and just turned them up to 11. Like the cage is maybe the strongest cage I've ever seen. Like that isn't just solid steel top to bottom.
It's funny that you're saying that. I've been listening and watching all that. It's it's pretty amazing to watch the skills of the guys that are working there at Kicker do what they do, because they do amazing ass work. I mean, already on top of your knowledge and your help and experience behind you,
Dude, they got They got some talented people there.
They really do.
I
mean,
don't know the name of the truck, but if you go to my page, I posted pictures of it. It's got their new G7 subs in it. No,
it's on point.
The Bronco's gonna be something else.
I mean, it's just kind of funny, you know, how many people honestly forgot about Kicker and what they did back in the days. And once things line up and things come around the corner, everybody's going to remember who Kicker is again, once again.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't foresee. You know, it'll be a couple years before like starts.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of what all I can say without getting in trouble.
Yeah, no, trust me, I understand.
I
have to think about that quite a few times.
Kicker's going to come out pretty aggressively this coming up year, especially with demo builds. I think the super hardcore SPL stuff might be a little ways out, but you know, it'd be like that. It just takes one thing that like the public isn't used to is proper development time.
Yeah,
because they're so used to like, you know, like even Sundown, which we know how much I love Sundown. People are like, oh well, how long did it take to develop the SDDN? I'm like, yeah, well, all they developed was the motor and coil. Everything else is already ready to go. They didn't have to start from zero,
right, from start
build up. Yeah, it takes a lot longer to, especially people don't realize how big Kicker is. Kicker's as a company, massive.
Yeah,
240 people on staff or something like that.
I know that building's huge. Huge.
Yeah. I mean, and air conditioned. The whole thing.
Yeah. The whole thing is air conditioning.
Yeah, 200 and however many thousand square feet, climate control.
That was pretty badass.
like they had a job posting up about looking for an assembler basically on the line at the warehouse. Mm-hmm. And people were like, oh, they want people to work in the heat for, I think it was like 15, and I don't even know how much it was, but like, you know, they don't want to work in the heat struggling for 15 an hour. I'm like, number one, they're in the air conditioning. Number two, they're sitting struggling. Number three, they're just watching a video, doing what the video says. I mean, it's not like they're working in a 140-degree warehouse lifting 5,000 pounds a day.
No, and hell, I remember that big ass cafeteria they had right in the middle with.
They got their own convenience store.
Everything you wanted right there. I mean, it's a pretty amazing place.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
I can't wait to go back. I'm excited.
Yeah, I bet.
I'll be going back. I'm not exactly sure when, but I think it's gonna be soon-ish, just based on hopefully 2023. Hopefully, I want to stay home for a little while.
No, absolutely understand. That's kind of like me. I don't think I'm gonna do any more shows this year except for the toy drive. I did our local toy drive for our Children's Mercy up here, and I'm going to do that. I think it's going to be December 11th at My Audio. But other than that, I think I might kind of chill out on shows just for a month or two.
Yeah, man. I mean, and
up here it's cold.
Not having a show every single weekend also helps get people out to the shows that do happen. I mean, there is such a thing as too many shows, as crazy as that sounds.
100%. That's why, I mean, I have the 4 states up here that I have, that's why I kind of try to bounce around. I don't have a show, over and over and over at the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Very much. And if I do, it's like once a month.
Back in the day, it used to make more sense whenever people didn't have such easy access to a term lab or an SPL meter, stuff like that, where if they made a change, the only way they could know if it helped is to go to a show.
Yep. Now everybody's got a damn term lab.
Yep, or an SPL lab or an SSA meter or...
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So, how's the Tahoe? I haven't got to see anything with that lately.
I blew a sub. I finally killed that sub that's been sparking for like a year. I finally killed it.
It was... I think I seen that video the other day where you had it on crazy sparking and shit. That was pretty funny.
I mean, if you're gonna kill it, just go ahead and just do it all the way. That was one of the front ones, so
I mean, if it's got to go, you might as well.
And I damaged it prior to getting it dialed in as much as it is. So I'm gonna break the sub in before I put it in.
Break your sub in. You don't have to
Mhm.
break your sub in.
Shit.
You know, I'm so tired of hearing that.
Shit. Let me tell you, bro.
Anybody that knows anything, I'm
People
sorry.
say that you don't need to break subs in, or okay, to be fair, you don't need to break a lot of subs in. Oh, the subs will always change how they sound over time as they break in.
You don't
But
need to break a sub in if you ain't putting no power to it. But if you're actually putting
basically, yeah.
power,
If you're just running RMS or a little over, just go. But if you're sending if you're yeeting them, you're sending some power, especially if you have multiple, then you have to break them in because like that one sub is brand new and it's stiffer than the rest. It's not going to cool as well as all the other ones, and that's
absolutely.
exactly what happened. I put a brand new sub in, didn't give it a chance to properly break in, and this is before I dialed the system in, went to play, and I mean it was sparking within a couple minutes. I'm like, oh well, it's gonna go at some point, and it's gonna take a year. I mean, and Maggie wasn't cutting it any slack at Slam because by then it was dialed
I know
in.
she was hammering on it from what
Dude,
I
she went for
heard.
an hour straight. And I was like, "My poor truck."
I didn't get to come out of the base wars 10 very much, so
Yeah, no, it's louder than ever and it can play longer than ever. But like it played more at Slam this year than it had like the entire previous combined every show.
we already have a
So
couple spots here in sorry, Drew. We already have a couple spots here in KC. We're gonna have more shows and it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try to spread them out a little bit more. You know, I kind of got lazy and was doing a show at a shop kind of once a month there. I'm gonna start spreading them out a little bit more, make it fair for everybody. So show love to all the shops and all the people that want me to have shows. But
yeah,
I'm just telling you the same thing I've told everybody else for the last 2 years. If you want me to be there to have a show, you probably ought to start getting a hold of me now and let's start booking shows before I get booked up. You guys wait until the last minute and
yep,
ask me to have a show and I'm already booked up. I can't do it.
yep, exactly.
So
That's
same with Jordan, same with Billy, same with
mhm.
Melissa, same with all the other judges. You know, if you guys want shows, you probably ought to start reaching out to us now and getting it booked in advance before somebody else takes your dates.
That's a fact. Yeah, Brandy's been talking about doing a show like a baseaholic show or something down here, and it's something I want to do, but I think it's gonna have to wait a year or two because we're gonna get super heavy into competing this coming year, like very very heavy. So I don't want to have to dedicate the time to putting together a big show because if we're gonna do it, it's gonna have to be proper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Base
but
Baseaholic slash Team Notorious presents.
something. Yeah, I mean
That'd be pretty
something like
bad.
that, like slash base wars. I don't know. It'd be like Base Wars, USAC, and Mecha. It'd have to be all three just to make it worth it. That way we can at least compete. Because that's the three orgs we're going to be competing in this coming year.
I've never ran Mecha, to be honest with you.
I've only
But
ran it a handful of times. I've done a 60 at the headrest, so that's cool. Shouldn't. I say it'd be easy to do again, but at this point, I know the Nitro well enough. It's going to be easy to do again, especially with the power and cone area we're going to have in it.
well, Wednesday night, I'm going upstairs and I'm removing all the equipment out of the Tahoe and I'm taking a Sawzall to it.
Yeah,
I'm cutting it all out.
yeah. The winch is already out of the Nitro. I am debating in my head if I want to just cut the entire wall out.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm ripping the whole build out. I'm gutting it. Everything. I'm
Starting
completely
fresh.
gutting it all over and starting fresh. I'm
Hell
gonna do
yeah.
a steel cage in it, and then me and you're gonna crunch some numbers.
Yeah, that's
Really
kind of where I'm at right now. I mean, I think we could just change the baffle on it and get to where we need to be for the next year. But
why?
like we can get to where we need score wise for USAC, Mecha, and I haven't kept up with the base war score because I'm not sure what class it's going to fit in because it's funky.
If I'm guessing, depending on power wise, I'm guessing you guys would probably be in like chaos or beast.
We'll be able to change power pretty well. So the plan is 4 of the new L7X15s.
It's sorry.
I saw that.
This right here.
That's right. That's right. That's why I keep snapping that windshield, big dog. But four Solo X L7 X15s on 4 JP 83s for the sauce, and then
Yeah.
for USAC clamp class, they can only clamp 2 amp straps, as you know. So we're gonna drop to 283s for USAC classes and run all 4 for everything else.
Or just
Obviously,
run the
Woody,
unlimited classes where you don't have to worry about clamping.
we're not gonna be able to hang. Just that's just how it is.
I mean, fuck yeah, you can.
Well, to be fair, I haven't looked at the unlimited classes, but I like the idea of clamp classes, of the challenge
Dude,
of
I'll
going
tell you
to.
this right now. If you would have took your nitro or I would have took my nitro last year to USAC finals, we would have mopped the floors.
Well, I also want to avoid whatever class Chris Russ is going to be in. To be fair,
Well, yeah,
because I know what he's ordered, and
we got
sweet
Mr.
baby
Ruff in the
Jesus.
house right now.
I know that's why I said that. I saw him pop up, and sweet baby Jesus. I need to avoid that class.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, 2016 or it was either 15 or 16 when I started back in the lanes. I still had my minivan. It was just, I had 2DD 95 supercharged back there with the M4As or whatever. I thought it was pretty loud. I pull into finals, I park, and I realize I park next to Chris Russ.
Yeah,
My
he
very
starts
first
floating
year.
your van from 3
And
feet
he
away.
had his minivan just destroying my van. Talking about intimidation. No, and he sit there and he talked to me. He was cool as hell, and I don't know. Ever since then, I've showed Chris
Oh,
major,
dude, Chris is great.
major love.
But
That's my
I know how loud it's going to be, so I know I need to avoid it just because, and then I'll be able to avoid it because he has so much power.
always.
So,
It's going to be overkill for sure.
I don't know if he's made it public what he's running, but it's
Yeah, he put it out there. He put
Oh, he
pictures out there of it, and him taking the pallets of equipment and stuff. Yeah, he's put it out there.
gotcha. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. But
If it's anything like any of his other builds, it's going to be pretty nasty.
I think it'll be louder than his other one, his last one. Just because power is so much smaller and more affordable in the end.
Yeah, and battery power too. He
Oh.
won't be on AGMs now. And back then, I think he was still on North Star GP batteries.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, not that there's nothing wrong with AGM. I'm not starting anything, but
Yeah, Chris he
AGM
said
compared
he
to
hasn't made
lithium-
any of the equipment public. I know he posted a picture of the deadener. I think that's why I haven't said anything about the equipment because I know what he ordered, but I don't think he said exactly what he's running.
No.
Dan says still waiting for a Duramax demo, but Dan, you keep waiting. The truck keeps getting better. Like it is a fantastic. Like Kirby, actually, AGM has its place. Especially there are applications where it makes a ton of sense. Like say you need to play a vehicle at 20% volume for 10 hours straight, and you don't have a power supply. AGM's going to win because you can just stack up amp hours. Is it going to be bigger and heavier than the equivalent lithium? Yeah. But is it going to be 1/19th the price? Also, yes.
And I don't know. I just I can't really knock lithium or AGM. If it wasn't
it has its uses. No, I mean,
100%.
Obviously, like the stuff we do, like Dan would see a gain going to lithium. That's just how it is. He would see a gain in every way.
No, he wouldn't.
I bet he would. I bet
he
he's pulling enough current that he's maxing out the AGM's ability to output current.
I bet he wouldn't see a gain because he never turns it up to see that gain.
Fair enough. You're right. You're right on that one, actually. No, McCurdy and C-Max is great. All lithium is great, but it all has its use cases. Like the boat at SEMA. The boat at SEMA has a bunch of lithium in it, but as far as I'm aware, it still has AGM for the bulk storage. Just because 30 amp hours of lithium is 30 amp hours. If you can do 300 amp hours of AGM for the same price, that's just more energy. Now, you're not going to be able to get it out as fast.
And to be fair, I think when it comes to that, though, I think all the AGM batteries are running like all the stock power, the house power, the bilge pumps, the motors, the things like that, and the lithium.
He had it on the system too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last time I talked to him. I know he has since put in limitless 30s, the new retro 30s. But I'm doing AGM. I'm gonna do AGM on my gooseneck. Like I'm gonna do a pair like group of D3100s or something, just because like I'm not gonna be pulling a lot of power. But when I turn the light bars and stereo on the trailer, I want them to stay on for 2-3 hours.
Right. I
Yeah.
got 2 brand new D34s in my wife's car that
I
if
just
ever
put 2 D3400s in the Duramax a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago now.
one of these days I quit being lazy and put that damn build together. I have all the equipment.
Yeah, we I'm trying to pace what this year is going to be, but it's got to be. I don't even know. I don't even know at this point what the plan is. We may need to just take a lot of 2023 and build the nitro over 2023, then come out 2024. I don't know yet.
Honestly, and I mean, this is just my opinion, and I know it probably really don't matter much, but I think you should. I think you should gut the nitro, and I
Yeah,
think you should
I
bring it
think if we
back
do it
out.
that way, we can go ahead and gut it, steel cage, bring it to the B pillar.
Bring it back out to its glory, to the nitro of what everybody remembers that nitro being.
Oh man, I tell you this. So when it comes back out to start competing aggressively, it's like we'll demo it. We're gonna have the ability to change the passenger door panel out to put a built door panel on for speakers and stuff, but we're not going to demo it that much because we need to keep the cabin together. And the plan is to be like a 66, 67, like for funsies.
Okay.
So, I mean, that'll just tear, if you like Steven's truck, prime example, that'll just tear the cabin up. There's nothing you can do about it.
Absolutely.
So, and a 66, 67 ought to be easy peasy based upon how loud it got with 11,000 watts clamped and some super heavy ZV5s in a big ass enclosure tuned to like, it was tuned like 35, but it peaked at 37.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine peaked at 37 to 30 or 41, somewhere
Now
right in
we are shrinking the cabin though. We are the wall is coming to the B pillar. Yeah, it's gonna make it kind of sucky to drive, but I mean,
It's gonna be a pain in the.
realistically, the only person who drives it anymore is Nick, and then
he won't be able to drive it if it's
when it starts going to shows again, it's gonna be trailered. Like we're gonna tow it. But just shrinking the cabin is gonna gain so much. It just we have to do it. Like I keep thinking about starting with a fresh nitro, but can't.
No.
I'd rather spend the effort in. Like I am changing doors though. I'm not fighting the doors. It pull all the old Deadner out. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna find some new white doors, or color doesn't matter because we're wrapping it. But I'm putting some different doors on it. I'm not fighting that.
Yeah.
There's 11 layers on the passenger door.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I had on the passenger door because that's what we talked about, and then on the driver's door I have 9 layers of.
Yeah, it was. I think we had like 6 or 7 because the driver doors never shut. But the roof is going to suck to get the deadener off because there's like 7 layers up there, but it'll come down. And then just going to fill it with sundown deadener. I'm going to add a couple 100 pounds in sundown deadener, I think.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, and then I got to make sure that the steel, because you could do steel bracing and USAC and stay in mod class. You can't, like there's only specific places and stuff like that.
Before the B pillar.
No, you can do it. You can do something in front of the B pillar, right on top of the windshield. You can do a strip across the top of the windshield.
Okay.
Yeah, but I got to make sure that it's mecha legal. So whatever I do has to be mecha legal as well.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. But like I said, we'll get there. We're working on a sponsor pitch deck. Send to a couple companies. Be all bougie with it.
What's Zach?
What's up, dude?
You got Pippin in the house, Chris in the house, Keith, David. What up, guys? Sorry, not in or being rude. Just kind of chit chatting here.
Yep. So we're gonna make one of those proper sponsored pitch decks. You know, like this is blah. You know, our current visibility and blah blah blah. You know, whatever.
That's what's up.
Trying to be fancy.
I can't wait. I'd always been a big fan of your nitro. Obviously, that's why I went and bought my own.
I think the nitro is going to be. It's going to be one of our crowning achievements if everything goes the way it should.
That's pretty cool.
And then Brandy gave the go ahead to rebuild the Tahoe and do all that. Well, go ahead, but she. I mean, I was going to do it anyway. to be fair. But
You'll say you've been talking about it for the last couple of years for
I know,
sure.
but she came to me and she's like, we need to redo it. We need to make it like super nice. I was like, say less. I mean, at that point, I already have Bobby building doors and pillars for it. So I mean, it's whatever. But but we're just gonna it's gonna be nice. The goal is to build something so nice and strong that like whenever we get done with it, in however many years, we put it in a barn, a storage unit somewhere, and 20 years from now, we can pull it out, and it's one of those like classic builds that survives.
Okay. That's what's up for sure.
Oh, well, Heather says easier to ask for forgiveness and permission. Well, I don't need either because I can do whatever. But whenever she comes to me and says she wants to make it nice, then that just means I can kind of go wild out with it. Like I can go ahead and lift it on billets.
That's easy enough to be done, Pippin. I mean, 612s.
I think 612, depending on the sub, would be less like box volume. Depending on the sub. It's more coil, so if you're running a lot of power, that'd be good for demos, music, stuff like that.
That's what he wants. He wants more for demos. Pippin's, well, I mean, I'm sure you know who Pippin is. I think he's got your design, I believe. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. You still there, Drew?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was reading some messages I got.
I'm sorry. You got real quiet there for a second. I was like, Hey, Marcus. How are you, sir? My hands on 12 ZV3s. Wow. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Marcus just got 12 ZV3s. Or 212 ZV3s, sorry. I love the old ZV3s. There were some musical subs.
That was loud.
Yeah, sorry. It's my phone.
No, it wasn't that loud.
Hey, Jamie.
All these people in here.
Yeah, a couple. Normally a lot more. Billy's not in here tonight, so everybody was like, yeah, we don't want to go in there and watch Jimmy. He's going to sit around, smoke a lot of cigarettes, and drink a lot of beer. Well,
no more cigarettes.
I don't smoke cigarettes, and my beer's cut down a lot as well, too. So, yeah.
Oh, good.
We'll see.
Yeah, but I'm hoping this little stretch of no shows. I mean, I still have a bunch of projects to do around the house, but doing stuff around the house is a lot different than traveling for 3 or 4 days at a time.
100% for sure. Most definitely.
But we got Brandy's new system kind of coming together.
Yeah. What you doing with her new stuff?
I'm gonna do one of those new JP 7 channels. JP 7 channel, 7.7 JL Tweak 88 processor, Karma front stage, 3-way, so tweeters, mid range, mid basses, and then so at proper SQ front stage, and then an 18 in the back, off of the 2,000 watt channel of the JP 7.
That's what's up.
I'll do something. I ought to do a little something. But Duramax is getting kind of done until I want to really start cutting into the truck, and it's going to be a while for that. I think the only thing I might do soon is change out the 3s and the pillars for some bougie ass JL 3s or something.
Does she have the kicker 3s in there now?
No, right now I have the Karma 3s.
Oh, the Karma.
They're good. They're definitely the one of the limiting factor because the tweeters are so damn good and the mid basses are really good. And the 3s are they're good for the price. Like they're great for the price, but
100.
The tweeters are, when the tweeters are 3x the price of the 3s, they're just better.
Yeah, I guess.
It's the biggest amp kicker talking about coming out with. Mm-hmm.
Sure, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Can't say. Don't know. A big one. How about that? It's about this big.
3,600.
It can be anywhere from this big to, I don't know.
At least a 3,600. Just because they, that's the one that they announced.
They announced that one, absolutely. I don't know. Can't tell you.
But I do know that the 3600 ain't no 3600. I'll tell you that right now.
No,
No, I think that thing's strong, dude.
the pictures look pretty badass. I will say that.
They each have a pair of power and ground 0 gauge. So there's two power and ground per amp, and you don't need that for a 3600.
True. Not for a 3600. I mean, heck, you get away with almost 8 gauge for a 3600. Truthfully.
Damn near. Especially if you use CCA, bro.
Oh shit! Here we go with that CCA shit.
We have a you probably you know about the dual alternator bracket for the nitro we got now.
Mm-hmm. I made mine. Damn it! I know you could do it.
Oh, we have one.
If my dumbass and Jason Lucas can do it.
Corey made it.
Yeah.
Is it a full bridge amp? I think I think it's a version of full bridge, but it's an in-house kicker design. But most kicker amps have been full bridge or a version of it since the ZX 2500.
Yep.
And Rockford amps too, and JL amps too, and most of those big brand amps have been a version of full bridge that were in-house design. That's why none of them can strap. I think the T2500 is a half bridge though. I think it can strap. What do I remember? But
sorry, I'm trying to holler at a couple of people.
Being bridge in and of itself isn't bad. There's nothing wrong with a full bridge topology. It's when they're built super cheaply. That's when the issues happen. It's like, have you ever known a kicker amp to not be super solid? No. There's a reason.
Absolutely. Everybody tag Matthew Brown in here. Yep. He's supposed to be in here with us right now, and I don't know why. He hasn't looked at his Facebook in a while.
Tell that to all these guys, and they go nuts. If the people who get upset like that, they don't know enough to have a valid opinion. Like, who cares? And then there's the bass head guys who think bass heads are the market for car audio, or like a large percentage of it. The bass head community probably isn't even 1% of car audio.
I was going to say a tenth.
That's probably more realistic.
A tenth of it, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
the overall market. Because someone had said on a post that Pioneer or someone should come out with a radio with an external sub control knob. I'm just thinking, wow, that's silly. And then someone's like, man, they'd have a big market for it. My first thought was, man, I don't think you know how many radios Pioneer sells. Like, if you add up every vehicle that goes to every bass head show, period, that isn't an hour of Pioneer sales.
Absolutely. No, you're right, for sure. That's right. Everybody.
And don't get me wrong. I've been. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been a bass head for, since I could drive. But I've also been in retail, and I've been in. Now I'm on the manufacturer side a lot more. Like, bass heads are a market for sure, especially for bass head companies. But like, I told you how many amps Kicker sells in just the CX line a year. You eat shit. It is an astronomical number.
I mean, hell, even the IQ, dude. I mean, as quick as they could make the IQ, it was sold out.
I'm in Louisiana.
You know how long I waited for the IQ amplifiers for my truck? I mean, seriously. And
that was near end of life too.
And I mean, I kind of had a little inside help, but I even still waited probably 4 or 5 months to get them amplifiers.
Yep, exactly. And like I said, that was near end of life. So people weren't buying them. I mean, I guess people were probably buying them more than they weren't going to get anymore. But
probably, yeah.
But no, it's obscene.
Yeah.
Like, just off the CX line, I would estimate Kicker does like 700 million in sales. That's an estimation, plus or minus 100 million.
I mean, heck, if you want to be truthful, their $200 subwoofers probably outsell every company out there in the market.
They did well. What was it? 2019, I think, was one of those meetings that said that 26% of all car audio subwoofers sold in the world were kicker subs.
Everybody's like,
No,
yeah,
not
oh,
7 million, $700 million.
yeah. Everybody's like, oh, it's kicker. They're sold in Walmart and Kmart. Yeah, but
That's the point.
that's where the millions come from is
They
Walmart,
still, well, no,
Kmart.
it's not even. So they don't sell CX in Walmart. They only sell 9 SKUs of the DX line in Walmart out of their 1,000 SKUs. It's a lot. It's a big number, but they only sell like the entry level stuff at Walmart.
What's up, Scott? How are you?
What's up, my dude? When are the new kicker subs supposed to drop? They look okay. I'd
Really?
assume first quarter is coming up here, and there is a 98% chance that they will handle power better than whatever you own.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
I've seen the testing. I've seen the data. I can't get into specifics, but the new L7X is going to change how subs handle power.
I would definitely agree with you on that.
Kicker wasn't the first one to catch Walmart brand heat. I mean, what's crazy is they went into Walmart with a couple lines, like I said, 8 SKUs of however many they sell, and they do enough through that to have zero debt. The kicker owes nobody money, period. They even own the building they're in Stillwater. I've seen some of the prototypes. Well, seeing some of the prototypes and seeing the data I've seen are two massively different things. Sorry. Exactly. The products, and actually, random fact, Walmart approached Kicker twice before they finally said yes. Who was going to buy you Showdown? I'm gonna be there just because it's.
I was gonna say that
45 minutes
probably
away.
Drew and the lovely people up
Price
there.
is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jonathan?
he's flying in. Yep,
Okay.
old Jonathan Price is flying in for it. Neo Ho should be there. Probably won't be fixed, but it'll be playable.
Has he got a new window for that thing yet?
Not since the last show.
Wow, that really sucks.
No, it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be like gutted to be fixed. Because if he just puts one in now, it's gonna break instantly.
What's up, Mike? We were talking about you earlier, actually.
Yep. It's gonna have to be like whole, interior gutted, from the B pillar forward, all that out, and like reinforced because it broke at the bottom of the firewall, like where the firewall broke.
Well, I was there when it broke.
Yeah. So
yeah, I remember. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "What the hell?"
So I think after Bayou Showdown, it should probably have the windshield pulled out and everything pulled out and have it properly fixed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and like there's some stuff we can do with the enclosure that we're going to try to fix that loading issue, but it's it's bad. So like Sundown subs, especially for prices, there's a metal cap JB welded to the top of the coil to keep pressure off the dust cap, to keep the dust cap from blowing off. I blew that metal cap off and threw the dust cap at like 25% volume. But when it did that, the sub went from moving opposite of the others to moving the same, just moving more.
There's no rebaffling that, Chris. If you've seen that, yeah.
Well, I think by rebaffle, he might just mean cut the entire like baffle out.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. There you go. Add loading roll and fix boom.
Do you think I'm going to have any phasing issues? I mean, you're going to have phase issues no matter what, unless you specifically address them. Will they matter? Probably not. Not in your excursion. Could you gain by phase aligning rear to front? Probably. Especially with how long the truck is, you could probably see a slight increase in efficiency.
But to be fair, most baseheads don't really understand what phasing is.
I mean, hell, I barely understand what phase is. But
I'm not claiming to.
Like Price's, his top subs were 28 degrees out of phase from the front. No, yeah, I think it was 28 degrees out of phase from the front subs, which is a massive, massive amount, especially at those frequencies. So like when I got him into phase, and it was definitely more efficient. It sounds better than ever. It wasn't enough to fix that issue. That it's because it's a physical loading issue in the wall. But if we can't get it to work, I think we've already kind of figured out we're going to recone to 915s and do just a normal looking fourth order. It'll just work. Kind of like yours, like same layout as yours.
Yeah.
It'll
I think mine would have been better if it was built stronger.
Strength is always the key.
I mean, the overall layout and everything's good. It's just it's blowing apart. So
yeah, strength is always the key. No, I mean like I would say the outer shell is built fine, built good in Price's Tahoe, but I keep hearing people say that the amp rack jumps and shit. Well, I was never outside of it while I was in it while I was playing, so I can't confirm nor deny. But hopefully it's strong. Yeah, Super Dave, 915s would be, if we can't get it right, we're going to do 915s in it. Like flat, like Matthew Brown or Jimmy's or my Tahoe. Same basic concept. And like just, it'll look like a bunch of other builds, but it'll actually perform. And to me, that's more important than looking different.
Yeah. And see, like, I want mine to be
like if you want to look different, physically build it to look different. Like Bloodbath, that Tahoe that Bobby brings everywhere. Right. It's the same general layout as everything else, but it's got half of the wall is plexi. So it's hot as hell. So
yeah, but I mean, to the average person, that's pushing close to $60,000-$70,000 for all the time, the money invested that he has in Bloodbath. An average person couldn't do that without the machines and the work, without having to pay that much money.
No, but like I said, I get people asking all the time. I want it to look different. Okay, the different will normally not perform as well as it could. Prime example: Price's Tahoe. It's 918s. It looks different. Is it 918s on 910Ks loud?
But I mean, honestly, let's go here. Everybody keeps saying, "I want it to be different. I want it to be different." Is it really different though? I mean, because if you want
everything's been done at this point.
If not, Daniel Powell's been doing that same design for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure somebody did it before Daniel Powell, and it's just repeated over and over.
His are really, really, really pretty. Are they as loud as they could be for the equipment? No, but that's not the goal. The goal is different and loud enough.
Loud enough to play all day. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and I mean, I understand that, and you're absolutely right. And that's where a lot of people don't understand it. It's what's your overall goal?
People want both. People want as loud as it can be and different. You can't do both. You can't have both. There's a reason every hyper loud vehicle looks the same, because it works.
Yeah.
Like RP's van, the Terras, Project SPL, Clippo, they're all that. Carlos's van. I mean, the only really loud one that is laid out a little different is Greg's truck, but it's also he's going for those lows too, not just straight SPL. Like if he was going for straight SPL, I guarantee it would be subs forward, fourth order, like everybody else. But he wants to do 20 hertz too, so he sacrifices a little on the big end for that.
Mm-hmm.
But
very, very nasty, regardless.
I was giving him shit too when I saw him in Vegas. I was like, "That's a crazy looking daily driver, bro."
You did.
Hell yeah, I did, bro. I had to give him some shit.
Just been on.
had to give him some shit, man.
I was like, that was funny as hell, though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Dude, people took that so seriously, and it was just funny. Like Greg even messaged me. He's like, "Bro," he's like, "You were joking, right?" I'm like, "Bro, I was just giving you a hard time." Yeah. He's like, "I was just joking too." He's like, "I don't know why people are so mad." I'm like, "It's the internet. That's what they do."
It's Karen's. It happens.
But like Chris said about the enclosure, if the enclosure is really deep, then phase alignment helps. The deeper it is, the more dramatic the change is. Like Steven's van, when I finally get some time with it, is so deep that it's going to make a massive shift. No, for sure. You can for sure make it happen. And I would agree that I think fourth order would be the way to go in the end. But he wants to do sixth order, and that's his truck. He can do whatever he wants with it. Steven's enclosure is like 7 feet deep.
It is. It trust me, I've been in it plenty of times.
It is deep. Actually, hold on. I think I have it rendered. I think I have the baffle rendered. I do. One second. I'll tell you exactly how deep this thing is. It is. All right, it is 5.85 feet deep. So say it is 6 feet deep. I was close. So I mean that, and I did the math on it once. The rear subs are 74% out of phase at 20 for the 26 hertz quarter wave than the front subs. Plus, there's a port back there.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean they are massively.
I was gonna say that's dramatic.
It is. I mean, if you look at the Isuzu that we built, years ago, it was 3 rows deep, 2 subs. We gained a dB and a half below 30 hertz phase line by adding 0 power. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and
yep. Now I do have to generally I have to try to guide people a little bit because like obviously, I design stuff. That's what I do. I have to guide them towards like this guy today messaged me. He wanted design over the weekend at a show. He was like, I want 918's horn like prices. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't want that. Number one, because it don't work. Deep on ported side, shallow on sealed side.
No, I don't know about that.
What?
I mean,
is he talking about like because Duncan's is? We'll let him explain. I love the bandwidth of my four. I like the sound of fourth order, that tightness, that snap of the seal chamber. That's my thing, bro. Did you get builds like Matthew Brown's? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Matthews is probably the reason why I'm tearing my Tahoe apart.
Dude, it's so gross.
I thought my Tahoe was pretty loud.
And then you hear his, you're just like,
it's okay. What? I mean, it really was, and I can still go out there and play it, whatever. But I said Matthews, and I was like, I got that. He might have a couple more amps than I do, but
and then he turns it up. You're like,
oh, okay, yeah.
I remember the first time I heard it. It was at a Sundown show 2 years ago, I think. And he was on like 2 amps or 4 amps, like 4 or 4Ks. But he played an entire song at my demo volume. And he wasn't even in the truck. He was like walking around. I was like, and the subs were ice cold. I'm like, that's it. Like, I gotta fix my shit. Something wrong with mine. Let's see.
I will say I haven't heard any of the subwoofers I have in the Tahoe right now. The only thing I had happen, which is I think because they're inverted, I had one spider pack come unglued that I had to re-glue. Other than that,
it wasn't glued well. So Scott, ratio doesn't matter. Ratio is a byproduct. Mid bass is above 80. Facts.
Yes, he's absolutely right.
Can confirm because I have a sound quality truck with dedicated mid basses, and they start at 80.
I mean, he's true mid bass is above 80.
What do you think about these 6.5 order builds? You never see one for more than one season before it gets gutted or sold for a reason. Just think about it.
I mean, yeah, you're right, though. I mean,
the only one that's lasted more than a couple years is Ramondo's, and that's it. I think everyone else builds them, buys them, or then they sell them or gut them.
The Warthog.
So they sold it.
I know, but I mean, it's still the same build. It has not changed for the last 6 years that it's been built. It's been through 2 owners, and you're right, but it hasn't changed though.
And how many front subs has it been through?
Well, that's a different story.
Yeah. like they're really cool. They look awesome. They shred front subs and get beat by Steven Duncan and Deadly's demo. Gang shit.
I mean, but you can't go against Dunkin' Dollars. I don't care who you are. I mean, you could be Matthew Brown and you still can't fuck with Stephen Duncan.
Maybe.
Yeah, no.
John Ray says it's changing right now. The Warthog. What Team Flatwall, dude? That's some gang. The Nitro's staying Flatwall. Absolutely staying Flatwall.
Paul Nacer's got a nasty build, and I'm sure you've seen that Tahoe that he has.
I'm sure.
That thing is retarded nasty. It hurts.
Flatwall's where it's
at. I won't even get inside it anymore because it's the whole thing. It's an extreme build.
I don't get any extreme builds anymore. I'm good. I'm good. My Tahoe is my only goal when my truck went up to rebuild it is that's why I'm staying with 615. It's the only goal is just to be able to play at my loud volume for longer. That's it.
I want to tap myself out of my vehicle. That's how I know when it's loud.
I mean,
if I can't tap myself out of that vehicle,
the issue you're going to run into is it's still going to be a stock cabin, so it's still going to be so much energy being absorbed by the cabin that's never really going to hurt you that bad.
Well, I mean, it's not though. Like
when I say stock cabin, I mean it's not like the Duncan's van where the only thing absorbing energy in the cabin is you.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, I'm not going that full extreme. Absolutely.
Yeah, like a prime example, someone got into Steve Barber's Explorer before he metered it, and they're like, "Oh, that thing's got to be a mid 60 because it hurt him because it's a full extreme cabin." They're like, "It hurts so bad, it's got to be mid 60." It is 61, which is loud for not having a damn window in the truck and a single amp, but it's that same fallacy that tricks people when they hear these full extreme vehicles. That is.
I was gonna say that was on a single lamp too. You're right.
Yeah, no, it was loud, but it wasn't. Someone says a mid 60s.
And the old subwoofers.
It wasn't.
And the old subwoofers. Wait till he gets the new stuff.
Like the prime example is Duncan's truck and van. If you hear Duncan's truck at a 66, like it's loud, it hurts. It's jamming. If you hear his van at a 60, it feels like you're having your face pushed in. Like it feels like there's a gorilla standing on your chest, even though it's 6 dB down.
When it hits you with that high note.
The only thing, you play the exact same notes. Because the only thing absorbing energy in the van is you. The truck itself is absorbing energy whenever you hear that.
Yeah.
No, you should not have backed a van up to the Explorer, bro. Would have yeeted them poor little subwoofers.
No, that would have been fun.
Well, and Tim, I'm not even talking about ear loud. I'm talking about the physical pressure on your body in the extreme vehicle is so much worse at the exact same SPO level.
I mean, but you're definitely right, Tim. Ear loud and meter loud are two totally different things. Everybody will pull up in the lane. Like, I know it's a 50. I know it's a 50. They pull up and they hit a 45 and it hurts their feelings. They're like, oh, there's something wrong with your meter. No,
prime example is Chris Munson's Trailblazer, the JL one. In meter 64. If you got a demo of it, I mean, it was loud. It sounded good. Didn't sound like a 64 because the energy was so focused at the meter location because the Munsons are so good at what they do. They're not wasting energy elsewhere in the cabin. Yep. That's like Carlos's Extreme van. It's almost an 85 where the mic goes. You move over 2 feet, I bet you it's like 9 dB down. You know what I mean? Because it's so focused in that one location.
Chris, go back and rewatch it. It'll be saved. I guess he lost audio or something. I don't feel like I've had any issues here. Have you guys seen any other issues on your end? Drew, you seen any issues?
Let me go over here.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Well, I mean, I definitely appreciate the hell out of you coming on tonight. Last minute, I had to reach out to Drew.
I wasn't doing a whole lot of designing today. I was just catching up on stuff for being gone and for how busy I was before. Like I caught up on a lot of messages. I'm sure there's still more. I would scroll for like 2 minutes and I was like, all right, at this point, if I'm 2 minutes of scrolling down, They just need to message me again.
But in that same sense, and I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna piss somebody off when I say this, but if you made it, you ain't never gonna get through your messages.
That's a fact. I
I
can't
mean,
think. I keep up with it for the most part. As long as like I don't know. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I have like 40. I'm like,
Paul,
oh my god.
sorry, Paul.
Jimmy just sounds like a Smurf. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can't deal with him. Fact. Actually, no. Yeah, no. I think it is. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that is the record. Carlos got that this weekend,
Last loud guy stuff.
right?
But man, I think I'm about to hop out of here. About to go grab some food with the wife. Well, so she might already eaten. But she got home. I haven't seen her all day. But
Well,
actually, no. Let's get you someone else on here before I do it.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
anybody want to come hang out with me
I
for a
got
little
you.
bit?
Oh, give me 1 second. I'm sure someone will join after I share this to this specific location.
Okay.
Let's see.
Maybe another, I don't know, another 45 minutes ish. Unless it goes a little longer. Who knows? I'm here driving. Yeah, I appreciate everybody, though. Definitely appreciate everybody coming in, watching us, hanging out. I want to get Chris Russ in here,
Dude, actually, that's a great idea. Come on, Chris.
I would love to get Chris in here, but, he's kind of a little camera shy anymore. Mr. Ice started the whole live podcast watching every Tuesday night with him and Michael Larson on the couch. You can't tell me you didn't watch them videos.
Mm-mm.
You didn't watch the videos with Chris Russ and Michael Larson? Oh,
When was
man.
that?
Oh, they used to have, it was every week.
When? A long time ago?
Oh, man. I want to say 4 years ago, maybe. Am I wrong, Chris? That was when him and Mike, they were all doing the Team Surge thing. Or not Surge, Synergy. Team Synergy, sorry.
I think that might have been a little bit before I got back into it.
No, you were still there. Trust me. You were here.
Well, remember, I got out of car audio until like the beginning of 2017. I was out for like 3 or 4 years.
But anyway, sorry. Anybody want to come hang out with me? Speak up. Here, I'll even, I think I can
The whole team is just not paying attention to the chat.
I know, right? I sent it earlier to the chat. Nobody wanted to actually look at it, so. Shut up, Paul. But there you go. Sure knew it. If
Oh
not,
Lord, boy, better keep Jason off of here.
no, sir. No, sir.
But oh yeah, man. So what you so you quit smoking, dude? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Feeling all right?
So far, so good. Yeah. I've had a couple weak moments, probably last Saturday night, me and the wife kind of hung out, got a little tipsy at the bar, and you start to drink in and get to hanging around everybody else and they're smoking. I'm like, man, no. And then I sucked it up. I drank another beer and I walked the fuck away. Pardon my language, but I did. It is what it is. But it's hard sometimes. But for the most part, I can just deal with it. I haven't really had them like huge, like I'm having crack attacks. I'm like fiending or nothing like that. But it's so far so good. Okay, the actual smell. Sorry, trying to read some of these silly ass comments these guys are. working at the same time listening. Yeah, you need to come in here and hang out with us again, Scott. Yeah, there. Donnie smells like it. What the? Shut up, Pippin. Really? Like, I'm just gonna. Silly ass. That's awesome, Zachary.
People on Reddit saying that the new kicker Bronco should have been done like the like Alma's was, to cut the top off and do an infinite baffle, like what all the cells on every side. I was like, for what? So it's not loud.
That's not a such
Like
thing.
it was loud, but it was loud. It was also full extreme cabin, and that wasn't the goal of it. The goal of it is to play music.
I don't know if you notice it or this or not, sir, but like the last 3 or 4 times you were talking, like mid sentence, when you kind of got loud, your mic kind of cuts down real low.
It might be. Hold on. No.
And I've noticed that when you guys go live on your chat too, it does it every once in a while. It's just kind of intermittent. It doesn't happen all the time, but you'll be talking and be talking at a
How's
nice level, and then all of a sudden it'll just drop down and then bounce back up again.
how's that? A little better.
Well, like I said, it's intermittent when it happens. It doesn't happen all the time. It's just kind of hit and miss.
Paul said kicker should have let him build it. Man, kicker built it, and it's nice. It's really nice.
Y'all can say what you want to, but I'll tell you this and disagree with me. Or how about this? Prove me wrong. Show me one thing the kicker has built that has come out of that kicker shop or that kicker spot in kicker warehouse that has not looked beautiful. Show me one thing, all the way from the ATV vehicle. I mean, to the damn to the 18-wheeler that everybody walks into. Show me one thing that they have put out of there that does not look amazing. One thing.
Nah, it's.
I mean, seriously,
it's all
anybody.
great.
Nothing. It can't be proven. Period. There's nothing. No, absolutely. There's been quite a few people, Chris, but it is what it is, you know.
Dude, people hate on everything.
You know, they do. Seriously, Chris, though, I would like to possibly schedule you to come back on here, or to come on here for the first time and hang out with me and Billy and talk about maybe your new build that you're doing.
Tim got it, bro. Tim's on it.
Yep, 100%. 100 right there. I mean, I don't think it could have been said better.
Kicker isn't really old school at all anymore. I mean, all their modern stuff is great.
Yeah. Wait till y'all move up to the new shit. Y'all keep saying it's old school. It's old school. I got some of the new stuff up
It is
there.
a fourth order. Gang shit. It is a fourth. I checked.
Bet. I'm going to hold you to that. Hopefully, Base Wars might be the first one that you actually run it in. I'm just a little biased, but you know.
Not all brands have a place.
No.
I'm a hater.
Absolutely not.
I'm a hater. Like that
I
place
think there's a guy. Wait a minute. There is a guy down here that lives with me that has Walmart subs, and they're not kicker. And I'm not bashing by any means, but he's got like $120 subs, and he's got 12 of them in a minivan, and he hit almost a 60.
Damn it, man!
So tell me it's not the enclosure. I'll kiss your ass.
Robert said that all brands have a place. Yeah, I mean, I guess some are just in the dumpster. That's their place.
Come on, Matt. What up, yo?
But shoot, man, I'm gonna hop on off here, sir.
Yeah,
It was good to see you.
I appreciate you. Thank you, seriously.
Not a problem, my dude. Everybody have a good night.
Thanks for coming on, Drew. Peace out. All right, I'm gonna try to send this invite one more time to Matt. Excuse me, guys. I know it's gonna look like I'm here, but I'm actually typing. There, sorry. All right. Yep, I'm all on my own again, guys. I mean, somebody should come hang out with me. Here you go. One more time. Let's hide that one. And there you go. Somebody should come hang out. All right. I know this is probably the rude thing to do, but I need something to drink. Sorry, guys. I needed a drink. So there you go, guys. I posted it up. Don't have any dead air. Yeah, I'll be all right. It'll all look good. So, yes, sir. 100%. So yeah, like I said, I think the toy drive down here, I think it's either going to be the 11th or the 17th. It's going to be at my audio. So after that show, I think that will probably be the last show that I have down here for the year. It's just I need a little break, so does the wife. So we're going to take a couple months off, maybe. Not even quite a couple, but it is what it is. And then we'll be ready to come back in and have some more fun. What's up, Phil? How are you, sir? I'm in one. And, probably so. I'm looking more for a musical build. I'm not really chasing numbers anymore. At that point, I'm done chasing numbers. I hit that 64.7 and I was pretty well done with that. So after that, I don't know. I think I'm not really going to go for the full extreme cabin yet, unless I get to the point where I'm just tearing shit apart once again. I'm going to try to kind of keep it somewhat, I guess, user friendly. Yeah, I know, Paul. Number 2, whatever. Yeah, I'm not going full extreme. Of course, I want to try to kind of keep the same equipment that I have right now. So, it is what it is. You're going to be pretty mad, Paul, when I put up some pretty decent numbers just to chase you with a non-extreme build. And that's my goal. But not chasing numbers. Just music-wise. Let's have some fun on music. And you stay out of this, Chris. That's not fair. Yeah, I definitely will. I'll get that reposted for you, sir. No problem at all. Hurricane 60. Yeah, I'm looking for Jamie to do that as well. It's going to be between you, Jamie, or one of them. Most definitely. That's going to be pretty funny to see who actually does the hurricane in 60, or who does the 60 in hurricane first. Yeah, I know, Paul. There actually is a couple in the videos that Billy plays. The videos that I'm playing, are, unfortunately, or I want to say probably 2 years old. I don't have the new videos loaded on the StreamYard. Billy has them all. So when Billy's not in here, I play old videos. But the new videos that Billy plays, there are, because there's a lot of Jamie Brodowski in there, Brodowski, and quite a few other people. Hurricane is 19 and below, 0 to 19. Adding 3 more subs. Okay, yeah. We have a class from 0 to 19, 20 through 29 hertz, and then 30 to 39, and then 40 and above. Well, 40 to 60. That's only because I don't have all the videos that he has. If I had all the videos he has, I might actually play it a little bit longer, but he's got all the good ones. I need to actually get some of them. I still don't honestly think that's a record. I mean, even though that's impressive, I don't think that's a record. I think somebody out there's got a 58. Just crazy loud. I mean, seriously. Where's the loud bikes? We have classes. Or a class. It's called Iron Horse. There's a class for the motorcycles, and there's a. I don't know. I've had probably 3 or 4 of them run in my area. I think Jordan's had a couple. There's quite a few of them out there, but they actually don't run them when they get to the shows. They kind of get so overwhelmed watching everybody else, they forget to run. Well, that's different. We're talking about in Hurricane. We want to see somebody do that 60 in Hurricane, 19 and below. Yeah, I mean, we all do. I don't have them like every show, but I have bikes quite frequently at some of my shows, so it's pretty cool though. We appreciate everybody. I kind of personally like seeing the kids with their little Power Wheel classes come up and run their Power Wheels. Just seeing the enjoyment or the smile or the fun come out of that. That to me is badass. It's like, well, yeah, you're right. I give you that, Brett. But until somebody can hit that in that 19 or below, that's what we were talking about. I want to see somebody hit that 60 in 19 or below. I would like to see that. It's a 30-second musical average. I mean, seriously, I really, really, really want to see somebody break that 60 in that. You're right. I mean, seriously. I mean, when it comes to it, I want to see somebody get that. No, not in a C pillar. We're actually talking about it's a 19 hertz or below. It doesn't really matter. No, that's a musical class, so it really doesn't matter what you have. Dan Curtis back in the house. What up, Dan? I got a homie here in Kansas with stupid loud bikes. I mean, they need to bring them down, Super. Seriously, that's why I helped kind of push for the music classes, was because we had them people that really, really, really wanted them with the bikes. And then we got the music classes, and then half the people that were asking for them don't even run in them. And you're probably right on that one right there. 100%. But until he brings it in the lanes and does it, prove it. Not trying to be rude, but prove it. And I think probably Carlos could probably do that too. No problem at all. Carlos Rodriguez, or Philip Scarborough, or Greg Corbin. I think there's quite a few people that could probably do that, but still, until somebody does it, it's still beat that 60 below 19 hertz. Seriously. Bobby Mansfield, come on, there you go. Where are you at? Prove it. Let's see that 60 below 19 hertz. Or 19 or below, sorry. Yes, there is, Super. You just shut up, fathead. Come on, somebody come in here and talk to me. If not, I'm probably going to wind up shutting this down before too long, because I know y'all are probably getting boring watching me. Sorry. Yeah. This is trying to catch up with some of these comments here. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys just kind of hanging out and sticking with me, even though it's not been a really fun night. I appreciate Drew. Even though Matt was supposed to be in here with me, I don't know where you're at. Everybody just call on Matthew Brown right now. Where the hell are you at, Matthew Brown? What the hell? No, I appreciate it. He's probably got problems, or he would have been here. I know he would. Matt's a good guy. I appreciate him as well. He's asked if I did it to secretly. Yes, he actually did. Prove it. Well, Bobby doesn't have a C-pillar, though. Oh, sorry. I was reading. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. What's up, Ronnie? How are you, sir? All right. Damn it. Trying to. I don't see no message, Ronnie. Oh, okay. I'll try to see if I can get you that video. Maybe. We'll see. I might have it. I'm not for sure. I know what you're talking about. All right, guys. Well, we're going on 8:30, and I know I'm not going to sit here and just kind of keep rambling on. After a while, it's going to get boring. I'm kind of getting bored listening to myself here. So unless some of y'all are going to come on here and talk to me or bring up something fun here, I'm probably just going to end it for the night. What do y'all think? Yeah? My exact setup, I got 815s on 4 8Ks with 4 channels. With I can't remember exactly how many mids and highs are in the door, but a lot. A lot. And I'm probably going to build a little small, I wouldn't say a stunt wall, but a little something in the back to put out a little bit of music. I ain't going no Dan Current style, but a little bit of music, so it is what it is. All right, guys. Well, I guess at that point, I don't know. You guys are wrong. Beer sign hanging in the background. Well, no, I used to be a very big Budweiser drinker, and then they changed the formula, and I didn't like it, so I had to go to Miller Lite. That, and I'm getting old. I got to watch my weight. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me and watching my little silliness, and Drew and everybody. And thanks, Matt. Even though you didn't show up, I know you probably very good reason, but it is what it is. All right, I don't know if we've watched this video or not, guys, but here you go. Here's 2 minutes of video, and I'm out. Thank you.